Dear theatre lovers, welcome to our rehearsed reading. We hope you enjoy it. This is the second collaboration between our playwright, dear J. Ivanel Johnson, and our director, Ben Anadolu. J. Ivanel Johnson is a very successful writer, playwright, poet, composer, the list is long. She lives on the east coast of Canada and is very much in touch with the theatre scene here in London. As for our director, Ben, well, he keeps humming this old song to himself. Big in Japan, nobody knows him over here. Along the way, we have learned a lot and have had a lot of fun. Now we are here to share it with you. And here are our cast members. We've got Alexander Wardach, Steve Locke, Ashley Wilce, Nettles, Simone Sklan, Jennifer Nettles, Brendan Nelson. My name is Ivy Thorne. We would like to thank the Kensington Drama Company for their moral support.
It's fun time!
Whoa!
A Tack Room.
Thanks, Marlene. If you can make sure they know to deliver the grain to the back doors of the stable this time. Oh, that was the other driver, was it? That dumped 17 sacks of oats on Mr. Owen's porch up at the farmhouse. He must have thought the poor man really loved his porridge. Cassie, get off Petunia's stall door now. Oh, sorry, Marlene. I've still got some lesson kids hanging around. Yeah, that'll be fine. I've left your check on the usual spot out back. Cass, is that you? I've warned you about swinging on that door. Put Petunia in her stall if you finish grooming her and go outside and wait for your mom. Oh, hi, Morris. You're looking smart as usual today. Are you riding in the next lesson or taking Sandman out for a hack?
God, such a lovely evening, but there's a storm coming over the mountains later. I think we'd better stick around here.
Sure. There's room in this lesson if you want. I had a cancellation.
Well, I'll wrap his front legs then. Old guy needs a bit of support these days on his front tendons in these lessons.
Good idea, but we aren't jumping, just flat work tonight.
Oh, Lordy. I do need some work in my seat, darling. Lots of sit and trot then. I've got a dressage show coming up in 3 weeks, so might as well get the glutes tight.
Father enters, overhearing this.
What's that? Their goats are tied again?
No, Father, that's not what we're talking about. A few years ago, Sadie's goats ate moldy hay and got goat polio. They were staggering around, and Father was sure they were drunk.
No, Mr. Harris. I said my glutes had to be tighter. I'm working on a deeper seat, don't you know? Must go tack up. I'll just grab my bridle.
There's something off with that boy.
He's hardly a boy, Father, and he's a very good client, so behave.
Well, he rides like a wet noodle.
That's why he takes lessons.
And I don't think he knows which way the wind blows either. Hey, why, you see?
I think I should change Sailor's bit to a full-cheek snaffle for this lesson.
Voice noise imitating shotgun scares Clara, who is just entering. She collapses against table, wall, or trunk, clutching heart. Some confusion ensues, with Father still aiming pretend rifle and yelling, "Pull."
No, Father, you're not skeet shooting anymore. Will you stop that? Oh, Clara, are you all right? Father, you need to walk back home to the cottage, please. You shouldn't be here.
Clara moves to open a large tack trunk where she is rummaging around pulling out brushes. When she knows Barb isn't watching, she surreptitiously removes a flask from her jacket pocket and takes a few swigs.
Can't leave, Al. He came here to protect everyone from the escaped convict.
Oh, don't be silly now. Please go home. I've got another lesson, and then I'll be back to make you supper. I'm so sorry, Clara. He really is getting worse.
Don't worry, Barb. He just startled me. I'm late, so if Parker has a manure stain or two, you'll forgive me.
Go through it, not without pain, but without stain.
That's C.S. Lewis, isn't it? My parents used to have that hanging over there, over the office door.
It'll likely be both pain and stain for us tonight. Thanks, Morris. Why do Palominos always have to roll in their own poop?
What's up with Tiddlywinks?
I wish you wouldn't call her that.
Pull!
Father, will you please stop that? You're spooking the horses.
If your father keeps scaring me like that, my horse won't be the only one sporting poop stains on his hindquarters.
Finchmere Riding Academy, Barb speaking. Yes, thanks. The entries are in for the 3rd and 7th classes for the horse show next weekend, but I haven't got the money collected yet for the other classes. Right. Yeah, there is an envelope on my desk and a sign telling students to put theirs in. Oh, thanks, Tanya.
Your mother asked me to put the stallion out in the paddock tonight.
Father, Mother's been dead for 8 years, and we haven't had a stallion here for about 20. Will you please go home? I'll be there soon.
I know can do, Major. I need to protect everyone from the escaped convict.
I know you can be bossy, but Major? Oh, wait. Major Barbara. How very George Bernard Shaw.
The Major was his main riding instructor in the cavalry. Daddy, why are you worse today? What did you have for lunch? Oh, I know. Did you eat some blue cheese?
Louise! Louise! Your mother's name was Laura, Charlie. Louise.
Peter enters and taps on office door, where Barb is still seated behind desk.
Do you mind if I use the phone, Barb? My uncle was supposed to pick me up, and I think he's forgotten.
Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Barb walks from office out to Tack Room as John enters. Peter is seen to pick up the phone and speak briefly.
Barb, got oil?
Ah, dear John, this Tack Room is full of oil. What type would you like? Murphy's oil for saddles, baby oil for grooming, WD-40, hoof oil.
The next thing you'll be mentioning some of the old KY.
I reckon some WD-40.
And at the risk of stooping to Morris's level, okay, why?
Fixing Lightning and Petunia's door engine.
Excellent. We can stop that god-awful squeaking once and for all.
Sure, John, thanks. Oh, but I think Mr. Owen took my can for the tractor this afternoon, so I'm not sure where he's put it.
Just gonna fix that broken piece there before someone gets a splitter, too.
Oh, that's a bit noisy for
Just take a second.
Well, don't rush on my behalf, darling.
Not uniformed, Sergeant Charlie Rogers enters near where John is hammering.
Are you the owner?
Just a hired hand?
Is the owner of this establishment here?
Over there, eh?
Barb has been talking quietly to Morris, then young Peter. She now sends both Morris and Peter off with a wave of her hand. They exit. Barb walks towards Sergeant.
Hello, I'm Barb Harris. Can I help you?
I'm Sergeant Charlie Rogers.
I'm sorry, John, please.
John shrugs, rises, and goes into office where he's seen to be using a screwdriver on a shelf.
I'm Sergeant Charlie Rogers.
Are you a pirate?
A pirate?
Do please ignore my father.
Jolly Roger, you said.
No, Charlie Rogers. Sergeant to the Finchmere branch of the Morgan County Police.
Polly want a cracker? Jolly Roger, Jolly
Mrs.
Roger.
Harris! I've tried to telephone you several times from the village station, but your line's been engaged.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's been quite a busy day with calls and such.
Well, I'm here to warn you. Perhaps you've already heard that there's an escapee from Crankmore Prison on the loose.
I'm here to protect them. I'm a champion skeet shooter. Pow!
Okay, well, for heaven's sake, Father, you were right. Did you hear about that on CBC radio at lunch? He's been saying there's an escaped convict, but I'm afraid no one believed him.
I don't mean to alarm you, but the man is a dangerous criminal, a thief, and a murderer. You really mustn't let the children I saw out front remain there alone.
Oh, dear, yes. There are some lesson kids still waiting for parents out there. I don't know why they haven't been picked up yet.
Well, I may know. There's another problem. Perhaps your man, John, might come over here. I need to tell you both that the situation is a bit more dire.
John! John, can you come back here, please? The sergeant says that there's an escapee from the prison on the loose.
Because you're on this dead end, and way up the valley as you are, there's no way out by road at the moment, I'm afraid.
What do you mean?
Well, ma'am, an enormous dead tree has fallen across the road about a mile out, a little more than an hour ago.
Whereabouts?
Down by that little blue and yellow cottage.
That's ours. That's where Father and I live.
Oh, I assumed you lived here at the farm.
Blue cheese? Cottage cheese?
Mr. Owen owns this farm. I just leased the riding ring and the stable from him. He's the one that lives in the farmhouse next door.
Must be that big dead oak up yonder, across from yours.
Well, whether the wind did it or something more sinister, we've yet to figure.
Figure 8 act the trot. Trot on!
Morris enters and sees father hasn't left yet and is being disruptive.
Maybe I shouldn't ride in the lesson after all, Barb. Before the rain comes, I could just hack salmon out briefly, escorting your papa down to your place.
Oh, thanks, Morris, but, actually, I'm thinking we might need to cancel the lesson. This is Sergeant Rogers.
Oh, Sergeant. Lovely. I do love a man in uniform.
I'm not in uniform, sir.
No, but I bet you've got a lovely one somewhere in a closet.
Now, Mrs. Harris, I had to walk here from where the fallen tree is, and I've got to get back and help the search parties that are all through the woods. With the rain coming, we've had to move fast or the dogs will lose any scent. But I need to tell you that you've got to ring up these kids' parents and tell them they won't be able to drive in. Some of them may already be stopped at the log blockade where I left one of the search party members to speak with them.
Oh dear, they will be worried.
And with the convict loose and the storm coming, well, honestly, I think it would be best if everyone that's here now just stays here for the night.
What?
Oh dear, how positively cozy.
Dang, out of date tonight, eh?
It would really be the smartest thing, we believe.
Safety in numbers, you mean?
Well, yes. Originally, when I thought you owned the farmhouse, I assumed it might not be too much trouble to find a way to put a few people up there. But I hadn't realized that, hey, there's more people here than I expected, too.
Yeah, there's at least 15 or so of us here at the moment. My last lesson hasn't left yet, and there's others for the lesson that was just about to start, as well as some folks like, Morris here, who board their horses with us.
What am I? Chopped liver?
I think my father may have missed his lunch today. Yes, he's present also.
Present and accounted for, Major.
Well, maybe you can all bunk in here somehow. And if Mr. Owen lives alone, he really should be here with you, too.
Well, I guess we could call it an adventure. We have hundreds of hay bales in the loft.
And tack trunks here, and the rug, and mounds of horse blankets. We can manage.
Right then. Must be off. You'll have plenty of phone calls and arrangements to get to, and I've got a criminal to catch. Stay safe.
Morris, please could you get all the children up in the loft to play for now? Don't mention the escapee, but say there's a tree blocking the road and a storm coming. You can fill Peter in on everything and ask him to stay up there and babysit them. He's a good kid. Tell him I'll pay him and say I'll organize some food with Sadie for us all.
Righto, Major Barbara. Show can do.
Have the adults for our canceled lessons come on in here. As soon as I've made some calls, we can start figuring out some sleeping arrangements and get some games for the kids sorted upstairs. John, could you go and find Mr. Owen, please, and tell him the sergeant advised he come in here with us? And while you're up there, use his phone and cancel the grain delivery. Ask for Marlene. I'll be busy calling parents and trying to assure them that we'll all be safe. Father, could you give this saddle a real polish, please? I just have some phoning to do.
Father sits at table and starts cleaning tack. Barb crosses to office, sits at the desk playing phone, while Barb is in there. Various people enter and hang up bridles, also clean tack with father, or push brushes out the way in tack trunks. Clara enters, slightly more unsteady on her feet than previously. Well, Mr. Harris, I hear you were right. Morris told us there is an escaped criminal from Crankworth out there somewhere. Spooky, I must take notes for my next novel.
Who are you?
God, now you just saw me not too long ago, if you remember. I'm Clara Tidworth. I keep my lovely Palomino Parker here.
Palomino Pollywonner Cracker, Parrots and Pallies and Pallets and Police!
As he is singing, Clara turns her back to father and her back to where Barb might see her, pretending to hang up a piece of tack, but takes a swig from her flask. Morris, entering, sees her do this.
Getting tiddly there, Tiddlywinks.
Her name is Toadwaddle.
Toadworth. I mean, Tidworth?
Be careful there, my dear. Tonight is not the best time to not have all our faculties, if you know what I mean.
I was on the faculty at the Spanish riding school just after the war.
Not that kind of faculty, sir.
He was referring to my mental capacity. Mr. Harris, what kind of faculty? Not as in staff.
Not staff, but we will be talked about as stiffs if we aren't careful.
Morris, don't be so morbid.
There's a murder on the loose, Clara. I'm just saying, let's keep our wits about us. Just be wary.
I thought you were the fairy.
Go easy with whatever's in your flask, will you?
Oh, go stick it, Morris, you old fuddy-duddy.
Fuddy-duddy, I'm the daddy. I'm here to protect you from the Betty. Pull!
He yells pull just as Clara is about to exit, and she is startled again, clutches her heart, leaps, and falls forward. She lands on Sadie, who is just entering, whose produce goes flying. Carrots still with their greens, cucumbers, etc. Clara exits while Sadie scoops some of the veggies up, and Morris goes to help. Sadie, with her large baskets now full again of produce and with a backpack on her back, starts to unpack all this and place it on the table through the following dialogue. Blocks of white cheese are in her backpack.
Food, glorious food. Hi, Sadie, you're a lifesaver. And you made it here before the store.
Barb just got me on my way over, so I started adding lots of garden goodies and pantry items into the basket. Today was cheese-making day anyway. Lots of riboflavin and copper.
The copper was already here, but something about him reminded me of a pirate. I forgot what.
He said we're to stay together.
That's fine. I don't want to be alone at my farm either with this psycho God knows where. I'm really afraid. Hi, Mr. Harris. I'm your neighbor, the goat lady, remember?
Sadie lady all afraidy?
You should be writing lyrics for Rogers and Hammerstein.
Jolly Roger, that was it. Polly's gone crackers.
Well, someone sure has.
Oh, no.
Sadie, have you met Lorraine Salter and Reverend Thelma Paris? They were supposed to be writing in my lesson with me right now, but of course Bob said to cancel it.
How do you do, Sadie?
She's more at your 3 o'clock, Lorraine.
Oh, I'll try that again. Nice to meet you, Sadie.
Great to meet you both finally, too. Barb's told me a lot about you and how you're planning on riding in a dressage show soon, Lorraine, with the Reverend's help. With the Lord's help, I'm just along for the ride, literally.
Yes, in lessons Thelma rides alongside me often, but Barb has little buzzers set up in the ring too that help me know where I am. That's what we'll have to do for the dressage show. I can see a tiny bit, but I'm so light-sensitive that it's better to just use my ears.
And believe me, her hearing is so accurate, it's probably 6 times sharper than most of ours.
Yeah, compared to Mr. Harris, 20 times better.
Butter? No. It smells like cheese.
Yeah, rest my case.
Will you arrest him? I was going to do that and use my rifle. Pull!
Thelma had seen the pull shout coming and went to Lorraine to steady her, though they both jump, as does Sadie.
Good grief, Father, you have got to stop doing that. Our nerves are all on edge as it is. Well, I've made the calls, warned the parents off, assured them we'd all be fine. Sounds like the kids are having a good time up in the loft anyway.
Shall Morris and I take some of Sadie's fabulous healthy food up to them? I'm sure some of them had snacks packed for the afternoon anyway, so they can't be too starving. I saw some potato chip bags being handed around earlier, out in the yard. Dreadful! What kind of parent would feed their child potato chips?
We might as well take some of the horse blankets up to them. I mean, they're having fun sleeping on the hay bales, and each of us adults might take a turn up there at night as a guard.
Yes, please, both of you.
She helps load them up with blankets and food parcels.
And tell them I'll keep the kettle going for tea anytime they want a hot drink. They know there are juices in the bar fridge, too. Oh, John, could you finish hammering this board back down, please? We'll be putting some tack trunks out for beds in my old horse show cot, but most of the adults will likely just sleep in blankets on the floor, I think.
Got a date tonight, eh?
Well, very sorry to hear. That you're missing it, that is. Did you get the grain order canceled before they drove all the way up here?
Yeah. We only have a date every couple of years.
Well, I'm sure you can reschedule.
Let's get loose now.
I gotta suffer. There are both dates and nuts over here. Come help yourself, young man.
Well, Mr. Harris, those were neither the kind of dates nor nuts he meant, but it is true, John. You know my greenhouse. I've gotten some luscious dates here, and they're high in fiber and antioxidants. Plus, they have lots of thiamine and B6, these pistachios.
John doesn't bother with hammering the board, moves to table to eat.
I choose.
Bless you. Cover your mouth next time.
John takes a morsel and hops in mouth. Morris and Thelma enter.
They're having fun still. Playing hide and seek up there, building a maze. Peter's doing a good job keeping an eye.
And of course, the only way up there is that little staircase, so they're nice and safe.
It's one of the ways I convinced their parents they'd be okay. All tucked up in the loft with only the little trapdoor as access.
The rain has started, and you can hear it up in the loft. Sounds cozy just falling on the metal roof.
On a date tonight.
I was supposed to be reading at the library to some sight-challenged children.
Reading? Lorraine has lots of books in Braille and likes to read aloud to show there are many ways to enjoy a good story.
Well, mine's the most expensive loss this evening. I had tickets to that new Canadian musical, Rough Notes.
Rough goats? I thought you were just stumbling drunk.
Now, Mr. Harris, we've told you it was goat polio they had. I never get my goats drunk. It's Rough Notes, the show about the writers and a minister. I can relate to that. Clara, too, no doubt. She's trying to write a novel.
Well, that'll only happen if she stays sober for 2 hours in a row. We just saw her in the stall with a horse. Now she, as she calls him, her horse.
Morris, I wish you wouldn't.
About the Buchanan family, isn't it? Rough Notes, all those Canadians who left their legacies behind, praise God.
Yeah, and I gather it's mostly about various artsy groups back in the 30s. Lots of swing, I imagine.
Oh, I do love musicals.
I despise them. Honestly, who goes around singing dialogue in your face? Just say the lines straight.
It's ever so much fun not to be straight, really, darling.
I'd go to the theater more if there were plays about horses.
Well, there's that ascot scene in My Fair Lady.
More about hats than horses. And there's the play Equus, of course.
About blinding them? No, thank you.
That's more about heads than horses, and haters of horses.
So one's about shrinking violets, and the other one's about shrinking heads. How jolly.
Jolly Roger! Potty Water Cracker! I want to. Who are you? You look familiar.
John, Mr. Harris.
Long John Silver.
Reckon so, if you like.
Sounds to me like neither play is actually about horses, so why are we talking about them?
Because it's better than talking about food. We're all still starving, I'm afraid.
I'm so hungry, I could eat a...
Don't say it!
People who aren't used to eating healthy often find that they can't be satisfied after a good graze, but all of this will have given you less saturated fat and cholesterol, more vitamins, dietary fiber, folic
I
acid,
wonder if
potassium.
Mr. Owen could lend us some food from his fridge.
He wasn't around when I went asking for the phone and for your oil can.
What? How did you call the feed store then?
Well, the door was open. Just went in and called.
But I don't understand. When he heard the storm was moving in over the mountains, he said he wouldn't cut any more hay today, and he went home. That was just after lunchtime.
Yikes.
Ooh!
What?
Oh.
What is it? What's going on?
Please don't worry, everyone. We often have wavering power or even complete outages during storms here. I have several flashlights in the office. I'll just grab a few.
You alright, Barb?
Got the flashlights, but John, I guess you didn't finish screwing in that shelf earlier. The whole thing toppled and...
Sudden gasps, sharp screams, and a dark figure of a man appears.
Help! Help me!
Barb crosses, shines a light on his face, and the audience see blood trickling down. He's walking zombie-like, arms outstretched, ready to topple. Gasps from those around the table.
Mr. Owen, what's happened?
I've been attacked, ain't I? Some guy jumped me when I was in my tool shed, whacked me with a shovel.
But that means the killer was here. Maybe is here.
But I'm here to protect you. Woo-hoo-hoo!
blankets, now spread on a rug. A tack trunk, Lorraine is on the floor on a blanket, her crutches beside her. She is near the unfixed board that John was supposed to finish hammering down. Father is across, on another blanket on the floor. Farmer Floyd Owen is sitting at a table bandaged with some colourful horse bandages around his head, and he's also used it as a sling for his arm. He is sipping a juice. Sadie, Thelma, and Morris are off stage, but Peter is on stage. John and Barb are speaking with him.
It's okay, Peter, we aren't blaming you. Just when did you notice that Cassie was missing?
And why the outhouse? Why not just pee in the loft? She said she had to go bad. She said she'd just be a few minutes. Honestly, it was only about 4 minutes before the lights all flickered and went dim.
They'll find her, and hopefully Clara's still in Parker. Stop pouting. We'll get them both back in here safe and sound.
Floyd, you okay back there?
Got me a right old headache, George.
I know what you mean. My head hasn't felt right for about 6 years.
The lights flicker down more, then come back on full.
Good stuff.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
What's happened?
Lights are back on, miss.
Oh, yes, I can see some brightness up there.
All right, Peter, you can go back upstairs and take some juices and this flashlight just in case. Don't turn it on unless you need to, though. Try to get the other kids settled into blankets and tell them a story, not a scary one.
We'll haul her up as soon as we find Cassie.
And then we'll send her up. Just keep all the kids up there now. They can do their business behind a hay bale or in a bucket and not come down at all.
Probably best if they don't drink the juices, then they won't have to pee through the night.
All right, I'm real sorry.
It's okay. One of us will be up in an hour or so to let you get some sleep. We're gonna take it in shifts.
Jolly Roger. Hey, Floyd, did you know we have a pirate for a couple?
No, George, I didn't know. But I wish we had us a bunch of pirates and police right here, right now. Swords, guns, whatever.
No problem. I'm here to protect everyone.
No more pretend skeet shooting. We've all had enough now. Please, could you just go to sleep?
Can't. I'm hungry. All I had was a few nuts and some cheese and some god-awful, probably green stuff. Tasted something like a warty frog burped up.
Got me some chocolate, white chocolate almond bar from the village shop. George, it's maybe a bit melted, but I reckon it was in my pocket for 2 days. Bar?
Thanks, Mr. Owen. Just sit and suck on this for a while, Father, will you? I'm gonna try and call the sergeant at the station, see if we can get some help.
That poor child. What if he's taken her as a hostage? Did he seem like a big man, Mr. Owen?
Didn't rightly see him, miss. As he came up from behind and walloped me. Just had a glimpse as he took off.
Damn, I can't call out. There's no dial tone. It's either the storm or...
Those bastards cut the wires.
And John, look, I've had a big envelope to collect the money from the riders who are going to the show next weekend. It's been sitting right on the desk with a sign saying to put their money in it. It's gone, John.
Gone, John! Gone, John! Gone! Gone!
How much?
At least $60 was already in there. Maybe more got put in today.
Did you leave the check out for the green delivery out by the back doors like usual?
Yes? Oh, go see if it's gone too.
Make way! Clear the table!
Lord have mercy, Barb, we're bringing Clara. Can we put her on the table with my good food?
Clara's dead?
That murder bastard!
No, rest easy. She isn't dead, praise God.
Maybe praise God after the murder has been found, Reverend.
Barb, that fiend's envelope gone too. What happened?
Even the best of dietary supplements are not going to counteract the extreme organ damage in which inebriation will manifest.
She's drunk. Pissed ass she is.
Pistachios, hand them over.
Thelma is trying to help waken Clara, putting a cloth on her face, wetting it from a thermos or pail. Meanwhile, Morris and Sadie set blankets up. Sadie sits on hers, Morris crosses to look out the window.
Alcohol truly is a diabolical drug. Clara must have had more hidden in her tack trunk out on Parker's stall.
Now, thank goodness I remembered you had that stretcher for falls, tucked away behind the grain bins in the feed room.
Yes, we couldn't leave her blacked out alone out there.
But where's Cassie? You didn't see any sign of her?
I'm afraid not. And it's just pelting down now.
Maybe she went back to the loft and you all just missed her. What's happened?
Power's off again, Lorraine. But we've got some flashlights on, and I gave one to Peter in the loft so they won't be scared. The noises up there have settled, so I'm hoping the kids are asleep anyway. Cassie? Cassie? Is that you? Cassie, if you're swinging on Petunia's door, I won't be mad this time, I promise. Come on into the tack room with us.
Who in hell was that then?
Thelma, I've never heard you swear before.
4, 5, 6, 7. Trot on, up, down, up, down.
Even ministers get scared enough to swear.
That's lightning!
That fairy boy's dad. Hasn't he seen lightning all evening?
It's been flashing for hours, Mr. Morris.
No, I mean that's Lightning the horse. Someone's taken him out of his stall. I can see him because he's on top of Gray.
Bob, Thelma, and Sadie rush to the window. Bob and Thelma shine their lights outside.
God in heaven, it's dark out there. Oh, thank you, Lord.
They're mounting him, and that thief is stealing my horse.
Thelma, give me your light. John, come on, let's go get him.
Ho, Silver away, Long John Silver.
Oh, poor old Lightning. He's such a sweet boy. I hope...
Oh, Morris must have turned on his car lights and shown them this way. Good thinking.
Well, at least the convict's off the property, and we can breathe much easier.
What's cheesier? Who's eating cheese? I'm still hungry.
I'll get you some, Mr. Harris. Oh, dear, it looks like you've sat on some of it. What's that big white mess there?
Chocolate.
I gave him some white chocolate almond bark earlier.
Oh, dear, with all that sugar, he'll never be able to get to sleep. And if he does, when he goes into a sugar crash, his body will use cortisol, the stress hormone. This will cause him
Sadie, could we have your help over here? Can you see if you can help Thelma get Clara to sit up? I can make some tea, see if we can get that in.
You won't believe it. We think that was Cassie taking off on Lightning. That kid, I bet she's gone for help. Whoever was riding Lightning was a far better rider than some escaped convict that's been in prison for decades.
It's so dark out there.
You're kidding. What a girl.
Oh, thank you, Lord. If she manages to get some police here, maybe from the search party. I'm sure the search party dispersed when the storm got heavy.
Thelma crosses over near table alone, gets on knees praying. Bob crosses near to the office door, staring at the trunk there.
Look, I've turned my car to shine in this way, and John's driven his truck up to your house, Mr. Altman. But to see if your phone works, so she can try calling the cops. Then we'll bring it back here, and we can leave his headlights on for a while too.
I hope he brings his food from his larder. Fly!
I reckon there ain't much. A loaf of bread, maybe.
I could go for a hunk of bread, even if it was a week old. Or maybe some crackers.
Hurrah! Polly wants a cracker, but Papa wants a cracker.
Too many carbs. Barb, I see Reverend Thelma is praying for our safety. Why have you gone all quiet?
When we were moving the tack trunks around earlier for some beds and benches, I left that one by the office open.
Is there something wrong with it?
It's closed now.
What?
And I thought I heard a noise from there. Did anyone close it?
No.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Not me.
No.
You don't think...
Reverend Thelma, sorry to interrupt your conversation.
I was just asking the Lord to give Cassie strength on her dark, wet ride.
Well, best ask him for help right here in this tack room too.
What is it?
You didn't shut that trunk lid, did you? At any time?
No, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have.
Thelma, can you go grab Mr. Owen's flashlight? I don't want to get him up. He's taken such a beating. Tell Father to stay put there too. But the rest of us, we need to all shine our flashlights on that trunk and open it.
You don't think...
I don't know, but...
Halt! Who goes there?
Hooded criminal leaps from trunk and grabs their flashlights.
Give me that.
Oh, he's got it! He's got the light!
Oh my God!
Hooded criminal leaps around the room, smashing a chair. Dark figures of someone trying to catch him, of him holding a chair in the air, threatening. Owen is behind his own chair for protection, but Father is on his feet. Lorraine, still on bed, is listening intently. Morris grabs hooded criminal and hollers triumphantly.
Barb! I've got your money!
Oh, you bastard!
Hooded criminal stumbles on a loose board that wasn't fixed by John. As he stumbles, his flashlight shines directly at Lorraine's face. She takes a swing at him with one of her crutches and he goes down. Father is right there and sits on him.
Well done!
Got him! Leave me at him!
I told you I was here to protect you all.
Sweet Father, thank you.
You're welcome.
You did it, Lorraine. Great going.
Morris, Sadie, I've got a hoof knife. Let's go lock him in a stall till the police get here.
Keeping the hood on the hooded criminal, Bob, Morris, and Sadie get him to his feet. Bob jabs a hooked knife into his back.
Back to a cage for you, mister. Don't try anything. I've got a knife.
They march him out.
If the feller only knew them hoof knives ain't even sharp. After what he done to me, I'd like to take a big steak knife to him.
I just like a big steak.
Darling Lorraine, how on earth did you manage it?
Well, there's a loose board here, and that jerk tripped on it. I already had a crutch in my hand just in case, so I took a swing and made contact.
His light was shining right in your eyes when he tripped then?
Yes, that's really what helped me take aim. Thank God, in this case, that I'm light sensitive. Bob, Morris, and Sadie enter with John.
We've got him locked up in the old stallion stall, all barred in.
You'll feel right at home.
And John couldn't get through on your phone either, Mr. Owen, so he drove up to where the road is blocked and found a policeman on patrol there. They called into the station from his patrol car.
And they're sending 4 armed cops to come and get him and walk him back to the roadblock. He'll be out of here within the hour. Oh, well done, John.
No, missed the fun though, eh?
If you can call having night terrors for the next decade fun, sure.
And while they were on to the station, they found out that Cassie had ridden Lightning all the way back to the village, across the fields to get help. Oh, bless her heart, what a girl.
Yes, I will never scold her again for swinging on the stall doors.
So they were sending police out anyway.
Yeah, but they might have been walking right into a trap, whereas you caught him nice and neat for them.
I didn't shoot him like I wanted, but...
Yes, Father, you were very brave too.
And Clara's been out of it the entire attack. What was he doing in here anyway?
Cops at the station told us that Casey said he tried to take her hostage when she went to the outhouse. He'd already stolen the check for the feed delivery, but he wanted more cash to escape.
So she told him about the cash envelope on my desk?
It seems like it. And she wriggled away and kicked him in the shins when he tried to drag her in there with him.
I am giving that child free writing lessons for the rest of her life.
I'll go tell Peter in the loft so they can rest easy up there. Gonna talk to the fella upstairs, are ya? I do it all the time. And I guess I could head home now, but it's still pouring, so I'll stay the night after all.
Good. And I'd like you to do me a favor in the morning, Sadie.
What's that?
I'm going to help Mr. Owen back to his house now, and if he'll let me, I'm going to bring back a blender. At dawn, and I mean at the crack of it, I want you to make our friend Clara there the best hangover smoothie in the world, full of your kale, beetroot leaves, and tomato juice. Oh, she'll just hate it.
Right you are. I imagine Clara will be pretty angry at herself for missing all the excitement, too. With the Lord's guidance, perhaps it will help her realize she needs to stop drinking.
I told her we'd need all our senses to get through tonight. Turns out she had no sense.
And meanwhile, Lorraine used all her possible senses and then some.
What am I?
Oh, Father and I will go and we'll sit and guard our convict until the police arrive. Come on, Father.
And I'll help you back to your own bed, Mr. Owen.
But yes, thanks. You ain't gonna get in it with me, are ya?
Shoot, sir. What do you think I am? How we hate sequestering where no pests are pestering. That's from a good-looking chap they will call Lorenz Hart. Do you know him?
I bet you I have a bad headache.
Now, Mr. Hart, he was a lyricist extraordinaire. That was from the musical The Garrick Gaities.
Speaking of headaches, I wish I could get Clara to take in a little water at least. I just keep pressing this cloth to her lips, keeping it on her forehead.
You're always so good to everyone, Thelma. So unselfish. It's almost like you and the people you care for are one and the same. Thelma carries blanket and crosses again to get into her bed beside Lorraine.
One folds, move, buster, and pop!
Well, with all the cheese and veggies and being so nervous, I'll likely have the trot the rest of the night.
Well, you're certainly in the right place. Trot on.